Well, it's Thursday afternoon here, and these glasses are on their way out. Mitzi and I went to the eye doctor this morning. We got different prescriptions. Mine will be a little bit better. The power of the lenses is going to be less. Hers is about the same, but it needed to be tweaked a little bit, highlighting the fact that we both need glasses. Our eyes are not perfect. I saw somebody wearing a brace earlier today on an elbow, highlighting the fact that we get hurt. Our bodies age. My hair is white. My hearing is not as good. Our bodies are temporary dwellings. Our youngest son and I got to go camping earlier this week. I stayed in a hammock overnight, and he slept in a little tent with the dog. And in the morning, we both vacated our dwelling. He got out of the tent, unzipped it, came out, zipped it shut. I unzipped the hammock with the netting, got out of the hammock with my shoes on, or put my shoes on, and zipped it shut. And I walked away. That's exactly what I expected to do. It was just a very temporary cloth dwelling. Here, listen to what the Apostle Paul says about these bodies. For while we are in this tent, we groan and are burdened, because we do not wish to be unclothed, but to be clothed instead with our heavenly dwelling, so that what is mortal may be swallowed up by life, by everlasting life. This mortal, we looked at in 1 Corinthians chapter 15, this mortal body will not inherit immortality. This material dwelling will not inherit eternity. So, this mortal will put on immortality, and then will come about the saying, death is swallowed up in victory. And Paul here is referring to that same idea in the second letter. It says, when this earthly tent is torn down, we have a dwelling, permanent, everlasting. It's not a tent, it's a house. It's a solid dwelling. Not material, like we think of solid dwelling, but it's everlasting. And here, we're looking to be clothed with our heavenly dwelling, so that we will not be unclothed. And that is when this mortal will be swallowed up by life. What an awesome time for us to recognize that this physical life that we're experiencing now is the temporary part of our existence. A good friend of ours was a medical doctor, and then he went to anesthesiology and worked in the OR for a long time. And he said after years of listening to patients before and after the surgeries and while they're going through these physical experiences, they often had a spiritual realization. And he said, after talking to all these patients, I realized that we are not physical beings that every once in a while have a spiritual experience. He says, we are spiritual beings having a physical experience. But this physical experience is temporary. And what we do with Christ and how we allow him to clothe us with immortality makes all the difference, not just in the world, makes all the difference in heaven also. So today, rejoice. If you are in Christ, you have great reasons to rejoice. If you're not in Christ, this is a perfect time for you to appeal to the God of heaven for his mercy and his grace, for you to come into Christ. Galatians chapter 3, verse 21 points out the idea that when we are baptized into Christ, we're clothed with Christ. We're clothed with his immortality, with his life. And then what is mortal is swallowed up by life. God bless you as we rejoice in the abundant life we have during this physical experience, and that we will continue to have through our spiritual, everlasting life with Christ. He loves you, and we love you too.